The Trike Project, an organization created to help children with special needs obtain adaptive tricycles for therapeutic and recreational use. Our story starts with Scott. He was born a normal, healthy boy. At 4, he was diagnosed with ROHAD, and very quickly he lost everything. He was in a wheelchair on a ventilator. He couldn't talk. He was fed through a G-tube. He required 24-hour care. He was trapped in his own body. ROHAD took Scott's life when he was only 11. Scott's parents were able to purchase an adaptive trike like this one, and it became Scott's favorite activity for the last 2 years of his life. It kept him mobile. It gave him freedom. Next to Scott are Jen and Liz, 2 very special teachers at Laremont School in Gages Lake, Illinois. Laremont is part of the Special Education District of Lake County and is a school where every student is profoundly challenged, mentally, physically, or both. Many are medically at risk as well. In Scott's memory, Jen and Liz founded the Trike Project to bring adaptive trikes to other profoundly disabled children. They have dedicated their energy, their time, and most importantly, their love to give the gift of mobility to those who have none. There are virtually no administration costs because all of the work is done by Jen, Liz, and their friends. This is a Riften adaptive trike. These trikes are highly adaptable and very specialized. They range in price from $1,400 to over $3,000. Insurance rarely pays for adaptive mobility equipment, even with letters from doctors demonstrating medical necessity and benefits. Families that are already financially strapped or forced to find a way to pay for these expensive trikes. So far, 44 children have received trikes through the Trike Project, and we have identified 100 more children that could benefit from owning their own trike. Families are required to pay at least something for the trikes, often less than $200, and sign an agreement that when the child has outgrown the trike or can no longer use it, that it will be returned to the Trike Project so that another child can have the gift of mobility. Arturo cannot walk, stand, or even sit on his own. He lives in his wheelchair. He requires a GJ tube for feeding. He really wants to be active, but his body won't allow it. Life in his wheelchair is very frustrating for Arturo. This trike gives him his only real opportunity for exercise. The trike helps build some core muscle strength and helps reduce his muscular atrophy. Even with his limited facial capabilities, it's easy to tell how much he enjoys riding his bike. Jaden and Brooklyn are brother and sister. Both have Sanfilippo syndrome, which is a progressive disease. In the early stages, the child has a strong need to be active. The trike helps them find a safe outlet for that energy. In later stages, Jaden and Brooklyn will lose their ability to walk entirely. Their trikes will give them mobility, therapy, and exercise that would otherwise be lost to them.
For us, the trikes mean a lot because it gives our children freedom and mobility that they didn't have before the trikes. We actually have 3 children, 2 of which have special needs. And so when we received the trikes, we were only thinking we were going to get one for my oldest son, Jaden. And when Liz and Jen pulled up with the bike, we were so excited because it was the first time we were able to see Jaden actually pedal a bicycle. And lo and behold, as Liz and Jen are just generous, they brought out a second bike for my daughter Brooklyn, who also has special needs. And so it was the first time we were able to see all 3 of our kids pedal around the neighborhood together, and that was just a really special moment.
Rosalie and her 2 brothers are triplets. She's nonverbal, cannot walk. She can only stand briefly with assistance. Her trike provides respiratory therapy, exercise, and allows her to ride along with her healthy and active brothers. Michael was a normal, healthy child until he suffered a traumatic injury at 13 months. Now he requires full-time care, suffers from frequent seizures, and has no use of his arms or legs. He lives in his wheelchair. His trike not only provides therapy, and safe exercise, but it gives him his only mobility.
When Micah was 5, I remember the other boys in the neighborhood around his age going outside in the afternoon to ride on their bikes. And I knew Micah wanted to be a part of it. So I would take him out in his wheelchair. And I remember those kids pointing to him and saying, "Oh, is that a baby? Is there a baby in the stroller?" And I would have to explain, "No, he's 5, just like you." And that always just kind of broke my heart a little bit. So I remember going online and trying to find out what would it cost to get him a special bike. And when I saw the price tag, it was overwhelming. I knew it was something that we could never do. We were overjoyed when we found out that Micah would be able to receive a bike. And there were lots of tears, and it was such a great day when Micah got to ride his bike outside for the first time. And those other boys in the neighborhood, they rode their bikes alongside next to Micah.
Does anybody know a child that doesn't love their bike? These children are no different, no matter how profound their disability. Everyone deserves the gift of mobility. Please join us at one of our 2 annual fundraisers, the Running for Scott 5K held in the spring, or our Trivia for Trikes Night held in the fall. You can find the exact dates and details for our events, or make a contribution by visiting our website, www.thetrikeproject.com. Please help us bring therapy, mobility, and freedom to children with special needs. They would do the same for us if they could.